Then we're up to the Maimer Anila Deidi V'Deidi Li. Am to my beloved is to me. It's from Tafshin Lamed Gimel, 1973. And we're in the middle of the Maimer, page 466, second side of the Maimer. So the Rebbe asked the question, Gam Tzarech Lahavin, we also need to understand what is the inyan of Horeya B'Sheishanim, that he's a shepherd amongst the roses. The inyan Horeya Hainu Shoreya Tzein. Shas we say Horeya, that means that he is Reya Tzein, that he's a shepherd of sheep. Since Elul is from a higher level, the first days of Elul were similar to before the sin of the Eitz Hadas. Nochash came on Chava and he convinced her. The snake convinced her to eat from the tree. So it says that what did he do? He actually impurified her with tumah, with the yanim of tumah, with elements of tumah, impure elements. And by Matan Torah, their pselos was possible. Purify the world, right? But here, the Rabbi mentions that it was hitl bazuamo, impurified her, and then by Matan Torah it says paska zuamosam that Yidden Bechlal were again cleansed. The pselos, the impure elements are removed. That already in the first 40 days of the 120 days was similar to before the Eitz Hadas. The same thing was also on the last day. It says the first 40 days and the last set of 40 days are compared one to another. We're talking about the 40 days. First is the 40 days from Matan Torah to Shivas HaB'Tammuz, to the 17th of Tammuz. These are the first 40 days. Then there's another 40 days which were not so gewaldig. And they are from Yudches Tammuz till Chof Chates Ov. Then comes Rish Chodesh Elul till Yom Kippur. So this is the last group of 40 days. The Meila, the Mekolzah moving Gedel Mailas Chodesh Elul. From all this we understand the quality of Chodesh Elul. That this is the last 40 days. And this is what accomplished Allah that the Yibishter forgave. Vim Kain have a leilemar, so Lechede should have said, Loshan Shal Shaychas Av Libnei, Shul Shaychas Naila Yeser Masharei Letzene. So Lechede should have used an expression of a relationship between a father and son, which is even more yet than from a shepherd to a sheep. And as it's mentioned in the Medrash and Move about Rushim, it's also mentioned in Chabad in Hasidic discourses that who the Yisraelim Kodesh Baruch Hu that Yidden say to the Eibishter, who ye of that I will be, he will be to me as a father. V'atem ti you vani who ye love, he will be to me a father. Vani leileben, and I am to him a son. Shahu inyanai leyeser. This is a greater inyan. Well, after that, he speaks about a lower quality, seemingly. He is my shepherd, and I'm his sheep. Since he is not referred to children of the Eibishter, as it says in our Parsha, which this Maimer is from Parsha Re'eh, and Revi begins, that Yidden are children of the Eibishter, have a leilemer gam kan loshenav. So you should have said, the relationship of the inyan of Av, not Horeya, shepherd, but an Av. Why does it say Horeya, that this goes on the inyan of Tzein, on sheep? The Aveda of Chodesh Elul, in other words, the Aveda that a person needs to accomplish in the relationship to the Creator. In Chodesh Elul, is a inyan of from below to above. It is an aveda of anila deidi v'deidi li. They can be Chodesh Nisan and not like Chodesh Nisan she'emrim deidi li v'anilei. Not like Chodesh Nisan that it goes from above to below. That it starts on behalf of the Eibishter. Ani, ich mein deidi, the Eibishter li turns to the Yidden, and then v'anilei. Yidden turn to the Eibishter in the time of Svira. So this is the time that they actually turn to the Eibishter and they initiate something on their behalf after there was an awakening from above. But Lepeil, practically, what took place Pesach? It was Inya that the Eibishter pulled Yidden out of Mitzrayim, demanded from them the minimum, 2 mitzvahs, Dam Pesach and Dam Milah. On the other hand, when it comes to Elul, it is exactly the opposite. Elul begins on behalf of a Yid. The initiative is Ani, that the Yid is the one that begins. L'deidi, he turns to his beloved, and V'deidi li, and my beloved turns to me. So b'meila, it's from below to above, and from above to below.
This pasuk is only concerning Rosh Hashanah, right?
Ani l'deidi, that's Elul.
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 Right, so is there a special pasuk for Pesach?
Doidi li v'ani loi. The next line. Doidi li v'ani loi. These are 2 different verses in Shir HaShirim. Song of Song. One is Ani, I'm to my beloved, my love is to me. The other one is my beloved is to me and I'm to him. So these are 2 different time periods in the year. And as mentioned, I don't remember if I mentioned it or not in the previous year, that the Rebbe mentions in Ayem Yem, in the 29th of Av. In Yiddish, the Rebbe says the Lashon, as darf sein Aveda b'keach atzmi. There needs to be Aveda, exertion on the part of a person. And Chavtes Av. And then the Rebbe continues, Hecher is a mefirt bam hand. Tayer is as a b'keach atzmi. Hecher is that it's higher, that a person is led by his hand. But it's more cherished when he does it on his own. What is the Rebbe saying here? The Rebbe is telling a person, you are entering the month of Elul. It is the eve of the month of Elul. And b'meila, he tells him that there is higher is when he's led by the hand. It's more cherished when he does it on his own. This is the difference between Nisan and Elul. Nisan is a time that a person is being led by the hand. Literally, the Eibishter took him out of Mitzrayim. And as the Chazal bring, it's mentioned in the anthology Medrashim that it's like a father leading the child. Mashenkin, on the other hand, when it comes to Elul is a time that Yidden are turning to the Eibishter. It's in other words, they're starting it, they're initiating it. It begins on their behalf.
Are we ever actually initiating it? Like with our complete free will, or like...
I mean, in a sense, free will is one thing, but Elul is a time that a person awakens to become connected. I mean, a religious person, for example, you have the Svardim, they start saying Slichas already, beginning of Elul. There's already an initiative on the part of people trying to connect, to reconnect with the Eibishter. So there is an initiative on the part of Yidden. The Minhagim, the customs, blowing shofar, is an example of an initiative on the part of Yidden alone.
But Hashem is in the field, Hashem is also going out.
There is an awakening mitzvah that he's in the field. But on the other hand, that's a minyan, that a person seeing the king of the field decides to blow shofar, which means that he's bringing in an awakening in himself. Although the king shows a smiling face to him, this alone is initiative on the part of the person. And it's more cherished, this blowing shofar, than the blowing of the shofar of Rosh Hashanah. So, it's unique in the sense that it's initiated on the part of the person. Yeah.
Could you say that this is also an initiative, that even though the Malach is Masada, you have to go out to greet him?
I mean, as the Melech Basada, so in a sense, you're inclined to push it to God.
But if you don't do anything about it, so
yeah, you have to do. I mean, the Rebbe says clearly that the Aved of a Yid is to go out of his habits and his Yanim and approach the Melech.
No?
It's Keachatzma. Right. Because Nachala Maisis, it's not the king as he is in his palace with his holy galus. It's concealed. The king is concealed in clothing of a farmer or whatever he's going out into. So b'meila, it's more the awakening on the part of the person. If it's an indirectly, it is a certain remote keach, awakening that accomplishes in him that he should awaken to the. But it's in an indirect way, because if it would be a direct, then it wouldn't be considered Sarusad al-Sata.